Hi everybody, it is the UK and today I'm going to give you guys a tutorial on TikFinity as well as how to give you some examples and how to use it on OBS Studio or other software including Mount Studio. TikFinity is basically Streamlabs but for TikTok live streamers and content creators. And today I'm going to show you guys how to use it. First and foremost, if you would like to know where to get it, it is on TikFinity. They have a website here. Now, keep in mind, I cannot use it because it's also the same on the application, the Windows application. I'm also sharing Atomic Agency because Atomic Agency actually offers you a discount if you use to if you want to use the pro version of Xfinity. There's a discount for you. However, I cannot share that link because you must be in the agency. So here is the agency for the Atomic, and you may use it at any time. I will be linking this in the description below. Let's get started with the actual Xfinity. If you are using the web version, it is exactly the same as you are using the Windows application, which I am showing you here today. The reason why I have OBS Studio also open is because I'm going to show you guys how to use the overlays and how to copy and paste to your OBS Studio or Meld Studio, whatever software you are using. Let's get started by accessing how to connect to Xfinity with your TikTok. When you have your Xfinity app open, go to Quick Access and go to excuse me, not Quick Access. Go to go to Setup, and you're gonna see this screen. This is the setup screen for Xfinity. You may have noticed on the first one it says your TikTok name. It is your username. And I highly recommend that your username and your name of your TikTok be the same. So it's easier. Now you may notice I have Yuki Productions there. That is actually the name on my TikTok and not Retro Yuki, and that is because at the time of like this recording I changed it to where I was doing more than just video games. So that's why I said Yuki Productions. So that's a little bit backstory. So go ahead and do that. That's me on TikTok. You also notice point system, subscriber bonus, level settings, and all that. We're gonna go over more in depth later, especially with StreamerBot. We're gonna talk about StreamerBot later on down the line if you are interested in like StreamerBot. You also have the ability using Xfinity to use Minecraft. Yes. So there are certain mods with Minecraft you can use for this. If you are interested in this, I am thinking of doing a tutorial where we talk about Xfinity and Minecraft as part of the content. We will talk about this if you decide for me to play Minecraft on on TikTok. It must be on TikTok for this to work. You'll notice that we have Xfinity Pro. This is the Pro version of Xfinity and basically allows you to create a lot more events, point systems, and other cool stuff for that. Or okay, it is $20 per month. However, if you are in the Atomic Agency, which I mentioned earlier, there is a discount code you can use in order to get get it cheaper. Note, however, that I am not allowed to use that discount code on this tutorial by rule because you have to be part of the agency, Atomic Agency in particular, in order to use that discount link. I would love to give it to you, but by rule I'm not supposed to. Now that I talked about the basic setup, let's now talk about the majority of the software or web application and that is the overlays as well as what you can do with your stream. We're going to go to the overlay gallery, and you have a lot of overlays to choose from. So skimp don't skimp out on it. We're gonna go we're gonna go over a few of them just to get you started on how to start putting them on your screen here. Now you may have noticed that these two right here are in purple background. If you have a purple background here, that means it is a pro subscription required. So like for example, this GIF cannon allows you to see the GIF being being demonstrated on the screen. I cannot use this because this is TikFinity Pro, and I do not have a Pro subscription to TikFinity. Same thing with the like fountain, it's the same thing, it's in purple. No purple background on the gift framework, which means this is a free option, and this is how it looks like. Okay, so to if you like this overlay, for example, all you have to do is copy the URL, copy that URL. We are going to add a plus sign, new browser source, new. We are going to paste it in here. We can press OK, and it's already added for you. Next, we're going to test test it out, and ta-da! There you go. There's your overlay. Okay, there's your overlay. That is basically it. That is how you add an overlay to your streaming software of choice, whether if it's OBS Studio, Meld Studio, or anything like that. Okay, we have the emoji file, we have the chat, we have the gift feed, we have the points animation if you use the point system, we have the user info screen, the command info screen, unlike the idea of the software and all that. We have my action, we have the interaction slider, and the wheel of fortune, which we will talk about another time. But as you guys can see here, you can play wheel of fortune. You can also display your top gifters, your top liker, ranking list, point drop, which I'm going to show you an example, timer, song request, viewer count, stream buddies, point jar, and tiny dining. Okay, so I'm going to give you an example of a few of these for the for this tutorial. Let's go. Let's go on now to give you a few examples of how does some of them look like. Let's take a look at the points drop. We're going to copy the URL, and then we're going to right click, add browser source. We're going to we're going to add a browser source, new, paste that URL, press OK. I'm going to transform this to make it to the screen. And then I am going to actually add one more thing. I'm going to add let me see if they have it still here, a colored source. Yes, they do. And I'm going to change the color to black so that you guys can see it. I'm going to press OK. I'm going to set this to where it's all the way to the screen. I'm going to put this under layer here. I'm going to put this all the way down. and I'm going to drag it right there. We drag this up here. Okay, hold on. Paste this. That's okay. Color source right there, and I'm going to make it um beneath the layer. Hold on. There we go. I'm gonna color this black so you guys can see it. Press OK, and then we're gonna test it. There it goes. So what happens is if you use the exclamation mark command get, you get 1 coin. And if you get 1 coin, you get 1 point. You can go for it as many times as you want, as long as there are coins available. And we can customize this. So we can go to point drop, and the value of the coin is going to be however you want it. The amount of coins you can drop, let's say 25, or the 100 is the max. You can go. The value of the coin is 1 point, and the timeout is 20 seconds. We're going to press go, and you're going to see 100 coins drop out of nowhere, and you can press exclamation mark get to get them. All right? That is how you do it. You can also change it to where you can change the command. Okay? Now, keep in mind, you can also change it to where it's 1 coin per user. Meaning, once you use the command, you cannot get another coin. So it's basically free for all. So that's how point drop works. You can also automate the coin game, and you can drop the coin every X minute. I'm gonna say 5 minutes. You can see 5 coins drop. Let's say 5 coins drop. Exclamation mark get to get the coin. But you only get up to 5 coins drop, and if you get it first, congratulations, good work. Okay, that's how point drops work. Let's take a look at Wheel of Fortune, and here's how this works. So we have Wheel of Fortune, and the Wheel of Fortune overlay. We're going to copy the URL, and then we are going to paste right here. We're gonna add a browser source, new, paste this URL. We're gonna we're going to rename this Wheel of Fortune, and then we're going to resize it. We're gonna resize it to where we can see it. We're gonna test it, and there's a wheel, and the number 4 has been selected. So now we have to define what number 4 means. Okay, we're going to go to the Wheel of Fortune settings. Here you can set up how much the execution of Wheel of Fortune command costs for your viewers, how many times the command can be executed by a user, and what profits can be made in the process. For this purpose, is the Wheel of Fortune overlay. So the command to trigger wheel is exclamation mark spin. It will cost you 5 points to spin. The max, the maximum normal win is 10. The main win is 30. The waiting time is 10 minutes. The advanced settings we have we have the custom field. We're going to go with a new field color. Let's say red. We could go this way. Press OK. We're going to say that if you land on red, you are going to lose 10 points. Custom description minus 10. And you can also allow a chat gamble, which means basically, it's basically what it sounds like. The chat gamble, how it works is enable this option to allow your chat to gamble as many credits as they'd like to. This will increase the value of rewards by the same ratio. The minimum to spend will be the cost to spend value. Cost per spin must not be set to zero. Okay? So let's say if you do colors, you do your gamble and you win. Like that. Only if you enabled it. Now, minus 10. And then I'm going to add a new field. We'll color this green. And then we're going to go, let's color this green. uh, Big green. Big green. And then we're going to, let's say, hold on, I'm going to resize this. We're going to, let's say, add green. I wonder what the number is. Okay, this is the number. This is what I want. There we go. That's what I like. That green, we're gonna add 25 points, and then the custom description plus 25. Oops, 25. Okay, we're gonna try it. Let's see. We're gonna test it out now. Then we're going to back to the overlay. We're gonna go to Wheel of Fortune. Let me see if they add. Let's see what they have. If they add in my custom field. Oh yeah, they did. They actually did. Okay, but because I only added two, it's only gonna copy two. So we have to customize it again. Not customize. We have to go back to that Wheel of Fortune um here, and then let's say we want one more. Let's say this was 5 points. Let's say this color is yellow. 10. Description is plus 10, and then plus 5. Okay, and then we're going to save that. We're going to go back to the overlay so we can test it out. Let's go to overlay. Let's go to Wheel of Fortune. If I can still find it here, and then we're gonna test it. There it is. So if you landed on here, you will lose 10 points off the rip. Okay, that's how that works. So that's Wheel of Fortune. The next one I want to show off is going to be the let's do timer. We're going to copy the URL as normal. We're going to right click. We're going to add a new browser source. New. We're going to do the timer. It says 000 because we haven't done anything. So what does this do? So this timer can act like a subathon slash marathon timer. Here's how this works. We're going to go to customize. We're going to go to the overlay customize command here. We're going to go to timer, and then we're going to go to the control. We're going to start the timer. We're not going to start the timer yet. The default start is 45 minutes, for example, because I'm going to base this off my stream. Okay, press start, and it's going to add the timer. The timer is going to start now. Here's the deal. Why is this like a subathon timer? Because of the settings section. So let's say every time you get a coin or like a gift like that, you can put add time. Let's say per coin, 1 second. Okay. For every time somebody subscribes, you can add 5 minutes or 300 seconds. Per follow, per share, per like, and per chat message by rule is 0. Okay. That's how that works. You can also use keyboard shortcut to add time yourself. Okay, choose the timer every 1 minute and all that good stuff. So we are going to, okay, that's fine there. We're going to stop the timer now. I'm going to reset it. You can also add a custom action when the timer is done. Okay, now if you add the multiplier, it's going to multiply and add more to the usual. That's how that works. All right. So keep that in mind. Now, I want to go over a few more widgets that I think you should add. We're going to go over gift overlays. Now, we have we have a gift overlay. Here's how this works. We're going to copy the URL, and then we are going to add it to our OBS Studio, new, and we are going to add it here. So what does this do? So basically, every time you receive that gift, it's going to count toward whatever you want. Let's say you're doing like a quote unquote speed run, or you're trying to pull somebody. If you add GG, you have to also have the right gift. Okay? The GG gift, let's say that you want, if you put the GG gift and you put the goal of 4,000 GG, 4,000 GGs, and let's say that you want to make a new game, like you want to play a new game, but there's like an incentive thing. So let's say that our next ROM hack on Mario, play next ROM hack is Kaizo. Um, actually, excuse me, a Kaizo because it's considered a thing. Add so the GG, you need 4,000 GG stickers or gifts in order for the person to play a Kaizo. Okay, 4K. I'll make it 5K if it's a Kaizo because Kaizo by rule is hard. Okay, when the goal is reached, you can hide it. So here's how it looks like when we test it. Now because we're not live, it won't be hidden. So you can actually do this as two layouts, two different things. Let's say you have one scene for your game and one scene for your interactive stuff. You can literally put that on there and you can customize it to your liking. So the font, let's say this one, the counter color is green, okay, and then we can change the gift image visible and all this. Press OK. Let's see if they have a like actual thing here for the thing. No, they don't have like a additional setting option, but that's okay. Now you can add up to 3 counters. Now you have to make it post system now. Okay, but only if you have Pro. Okay, keep that in mind. You have to have Pro. So keep that in mind. You can only have 1 counter. So be very careful of how you use this because you only get 1 counter as a free member. Okay, but if I feel that this is gonna be useful for the TikTok, I'll be happy to use it. So there's that one. Okay. Now if you have a second counter, you use you use that as a poll game, polling system. If it's just 1 counter, whatever you like. Okay. Now we have uh, one more thing to look at, and this is why you should consider a lot of stuff, and that is going to be the goal overlays, but we're not talking about we're talking about likes and stuff, but we can also add custom goals as well. So custom goals are going to be exactly what it sounds like. Custom. So let's go ahead and copy the URL, and we're gonna put it in the layout here. Plus browser new like that, and there is our little bar right there. Now it is small by rule, so when we test it like that. Now do keep in mind this is a customized goal, so you have to choose it. You have to change it when before you start streaming. Let's say we have 10. We're gonna set it at 10. So that whatever that goal is, then that is the goal number. 10 out of 50. All right? That's how that works. And you can add up to 3 custom goals. Event. We're not gonna go dive deep into this today because in order to get more events, you have to be pro member. But basically, events like this, all right? Then you have the point system, and then you have the points drop. You can also do a challenge, okay? So the challenge here is going to be based on, like, for example, let's say that you, for example, want to do like quiz, like a trivia night, okay? You do trivia night. Let's say let's challenge let's go trivia night trial, and then we're gonna start the challenge. The challenge is going to temporarily reduce all your points to zero. All right, and then whatever the challenge is, you can actually add points to that. Okay, keep that in mind. The challenge is going. I'm gonna end the challenge, and then you can keep the points. I'm gonna say yes. Okay, that's how the challenge works. So let's say that we're gonna be doing like point drop or something. Then whatever you keep there, you earn there. I'm gonna keep let you keep it. That's how that works. All right. So that is how um Tik TikFinity works when you are using your streams here. Keep in mind that if you wanted to make sure it works correctly, you must connect to TikTok Live when you are live for it to work. Otherwise, it will not work. If you guys want to see this in action, follow me on TikTok Yuki Production, and then you're gonna see it in action. I do not have everything there. I'm using Note Studio, but there will be more stuff that I'm thinking of doing, including like an intermission screen with all the cool stuff. So if you want to see this live in action, follow me on YouTube Production, and then we'll be back with you guys at 9:45 for another TikTok stream tonight. It's Thursday, so we will have TikTok this evening, and you will see this in action when you do certain action. Right? That is TikFinity. If you have any questions, let me know. I know I did not go over everything, but that's just because there's a lot to go over, and there will be a part 2 if you guys are interested in like Minecraft or like the streamer bot. Okay, that's all for now. If you guys enjoyed what you saw, and you learned something today, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button as well. Links will be in the description below as well. Enjoy. We'll see you guys tonight at 9:45 for TikTok.